I know Will and Grace premieres tonight, but I also know that none of us can afford cable, so I'll preach as long as I want. There is something poetic about angels. They are abstract, not easily explained, and depicted in myriad ways. We often cast them in the role of guardian, but even that is ambiguous. Maybe it means that God gives his angels charge over those who sleep. Or maybe it refers to those little white-clad creatures perched on the shoulder of your favorite sitcom character. I've even heard it said before, that woman must have had an angel with her to survive a car wreck like that. Perhaps when you hear angel, you think of a quilt that your great aunt made, or, God forbid, one of those little Precious Moments figurines. The word is often used as a term of endearment. Likely you've been called angel by your grandmother or your lover. On greeting cards, coffee mugs, and page-a-day calendars, angels are portrayed as cartoon characters, chubby little babies, and choir members. They represent the gentle, graceful, light, and airy. Even though depictions of angels are ubiquitous in our culture, they remain somewhat of a theological mystery. The poet Billy Collins points out that of all the questions you might have about angels, the only one you ever hear is, how many can dance on the head of a pin? Nobody ever asks how they pass the eternal time. Do they circle the throne chanting in Latin? Or deliver crusts of bread to hermits on earth? Or do they guide boys and girls across rickety wooden bridges? You and I know that they hasten to a tap on the roof of the car. But what do they do in the meantime? Swing like children from the hinges of the spirit world? What about their sleeping habits, the fabric of their robes, or their diet of unfiltered divine light? Collins is on to something here. Angels may be a mystery, but they trigger our imagination. Our interpretations of angels have always been fueled by our imagination. Look at our tradition. Angels have been organized into a hierarchy: seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, virtues, powers, principalities, and archangels. It takes some imagination. In worship, hosts of angels leap from brittle hymnal pages to the springboard of our tongues and then into the air, where they briefly trip the light before settling in throngs over the altar just in time for the Eucharistic prayer. Angels are important to our faith, not because they are detectable by our senses, but because they feed our imaginations. I've been pulling my beard out for 2 weeks trying to answer questions about angels. What are they for? What do they do? Where do they come from? I was seeking concrete answers instead of using my imagination. With cameras in our iPhones, with Google image results at our fingertips, I think we forget sometimes to use our imaginations. But angels remind us how. Nathanael has no problem recognizing Jesus as the Messiah. But that doesn't stop Jesus from giving him a little something to imagine. You will see heaven opened and God's angels ascending and descending on the Son of Man. Such an image helps us imagine a God so beyond compare that his glory can only be depicted by thousands of heavenly attendants. Glory to you, Lord God of our fathers. Glory to you, seated between the cherubim. Sometimes during the Magnificat, I imagine Gabriel illuminating the dark cave. His voice not quite as deep as you'd think, telling Mary that she will bear a son. On Christmas Eve, I lean back in my pew and picture angels bringing good news of great joy. The flash of green light, the supernal noise, unlike no music on earth. During Lent, I imagine the solace Jesus finds in angels attending him after his 40-day fast. Imagine with me, if you will, the relief Abraham felt when an angel appeared to him just in the nick of time and said, "Do not lay a hand on your son." Imagine the apprehension Moses felt when an angel appeared to him in a burning bush and said, "God has something he needs to talk to you about." Angels ascending and descending a ladder to heaven are a sign to Jacob that God is with him. I will keep you wherever you go. Jacob went to sleep trying to escape, but he woke up imagining a future with the God of his father. The poor, persecuted author of Revelation practically has a Roman noose around his neck. He's forlorn, depleted, angry. Imagination is his only refuge. He pictures a battle of epic proportions. Michael and his angel army crush Satan and upend the cosmic order. Angels are much more than ceramic dolls or kind words. They are conduits of our imagination. Angels find us asleep in our humanity, and they wake us up so that we can catch a glimpse of the kingdom of God. There will be times when your prayer life suffers, or when you have to visit the hospital day after day after day, that God's glory will not be as apparent to you as it was to Nathanael. And you will need imagination to see the kingdom of God. There will be times when you are called an SOB for doing what you think is right. And there will be times when you pray, an army of angels will overwhelm your accuser. There will be times of declining church attendance when you can't see God working in your life as clearly as Abraham and Moses did. There will be times of war, of economic recession and racist commentary, when God's promise doesn't feel as close to you as it did to Mary and the shepherds. There will be times when you need imagination to see the kingdom of God. But take heart. Angels are here to help. And if you don't believe me, just remember that when you come to the garden expecting to tend to the dead, it is an angel who tells you to go back out and proclaim the one who lives.